Hey guys, what's going on? Russo here bringing you guys a brand new video, and wow, I have not actually done this in quite a while, and I apologize guys if you actually hear some clicking. What we're going to do, we're calling this series Russo Rambles, or Rambling from Russo, something like that. I think it'll be like Rambles with Russo. I think episode 1 will be this episode. So really what I wanted to do here was, I've been playing a lot of RuneScape, but unfortunately it's been offline. So I haven't been streaming or making YouTube videos or actually producing any content. I've been streaming a little bit here and there, but I haven't really been streaming too frequently. So what I wanted to do is kind of make this video, get on here with you guys. What I'll do is just be doing a skill in the background. It's not going to mean anything. This is more for you guys to listen to while you're skilling or just relaxing, or even, you know, when I'm not streaming or what have you. So as most of you guys know, I do stream over at twitch.tv/Russo. That's where I usually do most of my content. But more recently, I've absolutely been thinking into getting into more content creation in regards to YouTube. So YouTube's been something that's been a part of me for a very, very, very long time. And one of the biggest things with YouTube is I don't currently have a series that I want to do. I have a couple ideas. We actually brainstormed, I think, 15 or 20 ideas from my stream. If you guys have any ideas below of videos that you would like to see from me, some of those include rambling videos like this, so people can kind of just listen to them. Some of those also include a farm run guide for level 3s, and some of them also include just how I got some of my skills on my level 3. But if you guys have any specific videos that you're looking for from me, or have any ideas for series that I can run with, I would really appreciate that. So mainly what I want to talk about was a couple of things. So I actually wrote a list out here, and I want to make sure that I touch on all the topics. So I want to just touch upon real life, what's going on in real life, why I haven't been able to make as much content, whether that be on YouTube or whether that be on Twitch. I want to talk about streaming specifically and what kind of the path forward with that's going to be. I want to talk about what's going on in game. You know, obviously, guys, we have a fully max level 3. You know, we're doing some agility right now, but we have almost, you know, a little over 1.2 billion XP on our account. So the end goal is definitely to get 200 mil all. Will it actually happen? Well, let's discuss that in the skills section. So what are my future plans? You know, that includes what are my future plans for the account? What are my future plans in general? So I'll probably actually touch upon that as I go through each individual topic that I wanted to cover. And then last but not least, guys, YouTube and what's going to be going on with YouTube, hopefully, and how we're going to be moving forward. So let's talk about real life. I know I actually haven't uploaded videos in quite a while. I did actually upload the end of the series to the 1 billion GP Rune Dragon Tap, which was actually really exciting. I was really happy to kind of complete that, and I'd like to do that series with more NPCs. So I'd really like to do it with a Vorkath at some point, and I'd also like to do it with Zulrah. Potentially Brutal Black Dragons, but they don't tend to make enough GP per hour. It would be a lot of hours invested, but I'd really like to do that with some sort of NPC. That's, you know, I think Zulrah and Vorkath are roughly 3 to 5 mil an hour. I don't really know what the rates are. I haven't done them in quite some time at this point. So I would really like to do that series again, but since then I have never actually uploaded a video. So what's going on in real life? Well, last August, I actually moved into an apartment with my girlfriend. As most of you guys who watch my, stream regularly know, that I'm in school currently. I work a full-time job, so streaming, content creation, and YouTube is not actually my full-time job. So I'm working 40 plus hours a week at a regular job. I'm going to school at least for 6 hours a week, and that's not including any of the homework that I have to do. Obviously, with everything going on during this pandemic, things have moved to online, but it's still additional work that I have to do. It's still additional time taken away from the game, and it's still my free time being taken away. Albeit, I do get the chance to, further my education, which is absolutely great, but I still get the chance to also play a lot too. So, but yeah, I'm very busy in real life, which is why I haven't been able to stream as much. We live together. We've lived together since last August. So I really enjoy spending time with her. I can't, especially when we're stuck inside like this, I really can't be streaming every single day. A, it's not fair to her, and B, I'm busy in my own life, and I know that you guys completely understand that, but I'm sure there is at least somebody out there who is wondering where I have been, whether it be on Twitch, whether it be on YouTube, or even on Twitter. I'm not as active as I once was on Twitter. I'm not very fun. I'm not very creative. I'm pretty drained from my real life job most of the time, which is one of the struggles I actually have with YouTube and why I'm not able to do it as much. I kind of lack the creativity that I once did, and my job's pretty draining, man. I used to go to school, and back when I used to do YouTube very heavily, I was actually in high school. So, going to high school, you were there from maybe, 7 in the morning till 2, 2:30, 2:40 in the afternoon. You'd come home and you'd basically have tons of free time. And college as well. I didn't actually have a job in college, so I just kind of went through and, went to class, and I'd be in class for sometimes only an hour a day. So huge difference and I know that's been going on for a couple of years. The biggest difference here is now that I have a girlfriend, I live with her, and I'm kind of, my life outside of streaming and content creation has been absolutely incredible. So as most of you guys know, or, if you are new here, so my dad got pretty sick around 2 years ago, but I was still able to stream during that time. Obviously just had to help my mom and my other family members just with a little bit of that stuff. But I was still able to stream, but really, spending time with my girlfriend, and she does come number one and is prioritized. I mean, that's just the fact of the matter of it. So that's what's kind of going on in my real life, and that brings me into streaming. I haven't been able to stream as much. The end goal is to probably stream 2 to 3 times a week, maybe 4 if things get kind of wild, but in reality, I really would like to get to a point where I at least stream on the weekends, like maybe Saturday and Sunday, and maybe once a week. Obviously, especially being inside with the quarantine and everything, I'm still working from home, so I'm still working your normal 9 to 5, 8 to 5 type of hours. So I can't really stream during the day when I'm home. It's not like I'm laid off of my job, hopefully, or furloughed or anything of that nature. So I still have a job, thankfully. I'm still working. Everything's going great. But unfortunately, that doesn't mean that I can't pop a stream on. Now, if I wasn't working, I would absolutely love to pop a stream on, but unfortunately I can't. So moving forward, the plan is probably to stream around 2 to 3 times a week. That may change. You never know what the landscape's going on. I may not take summer courses, so maybe that'll get increased by a day. But at the same time, I still want to spend time with my girlfriend, and we still want to spend time together. And hopefully when all this is said and done and it clears, we're able to go out and do things. So we'll see what happens with streaming. Like I said, the goal is 2 to 3 times a week. It'll typically be my 8 p.m. Eastern during the week. And then on the weekends, I like to try to vary up the times for any of the European viewers. But obviously with a lot more people being inside, there's also going to be a lot more people streaming. So I'll kind of have to gauge that. But I could also make better use of my time. So if my girlfriend goes to bed at, we'll say 10:30, 11 o'clock, I could come in and play video games for 3 or 4 hours on a Friday night and stream at that time because she's asleep. So it is my due diligence to actually make more use of my time and better use of my time in regards to streaming. But that's something that I just need to get used to and kind of take upon myself, which I actually haven't done yet. So if I want to stream and I want to, kind of be there that bad, I will actually make those adjustments. But at the same time, I need to have a life as well. And, sometimes I really just like playing. Usually I'm playing 4 accounts offline as well, not only on the stream, but I'm usually playing 4 to 5 accounts offline, hanging out with friends in Discord. And quite recently, I've actually been really into Teamfight Tactics again, as well as regular League of Legends. So albeit RuneScape is my main game and probably will be for the foreseeable future, I've definitely, really enjoyed my time in the other games. I'm actually able to AFK some RuneScape while I'm playing those games as well. So that's where I stand with streaming. So for the most part, I'll never be back to where I was at some point. I was 7 days a week at one point, every single day, 4 hours a day, at least minimum. I will just never be back to that point. It does sadden me, but I've accepted the reality, and my life outside of streaming is absolutely wonderful. I love my girlfriend. She's beautiful. She's amazing. And I know I'm gonna hear some shit about these comments in the chat, which is totally fine with me. But, it's just what the reality is, and my life has actually changed, and it's evolved. And I know that happens with you guys as well as viewers, so I completely understand. And I completely understand there's people who used to watch my stream every day who are no longer there, and there's brand new people who come into my stream every day that weren't there when we originally started. So I understand that life happens, it evolves, and, we just do our best with what we have. So moving into the game, which is what you guys see in the background here, we are running some agility. Just some things I'd like to go over with you guys. It's been quite a while since I've actually provided an update. I'm going to try to do these videos maybe once, maybe twice a week, just maybe not twice a week, once every other week, or once a week, I meant to say. So maybe one time every 2 weeks, just depending on the gains that I've been doing. So I'll kind of walk you guys through some accomplishments that I've actually have. So more recently, I've actually managed to get 200 mil herb lore. That is actually my 4th 200 mil, as you guys can see right here. So currently we have 200 mil herb lore, we have 200 mil thieving, we have 200 mil fire making, and we also have 200 mil smithing. So we have 4 total 200 mils, which make up that 800 mil out of that 1.2 billion XP. I'm currently going for my 5th one, and I'll kind of walk you guys through that. So with cooking, we actually have it completely banked in wines. We have 83.84 mil cooking XP, almost 84 mil, excuse me. And we actually do have 200 mil banked. It's just a matter of sitting down, sitting at the bank, and actually kind of going through those motions. I think roughly we have about 240 to 250 hours left of that. It's roughly around 450 to 500K an hour with wines if you're very efficient with that. But we actually haven't been doing cooking. I tried to make top 1K cooking. and I just don't think it's going to happen. I've just been looking at I've been seeing on Twitter, I've been looking at the high scores. There's a lot of people with cooking. Unfortunately, that's going to be my 4-digit rank, which I'm totally okay with. It is what it is. I've been very fortunate enough to get 2 double-digit ranks so far and 2 triple-digit ranks. That being, I've got an herblore double-digit, smithing double-digit, and actually fire-making double-digit. So I have 3 double-digit ranks, and my thieving, I think I'm ranked 161. So not too shabby. It's really not too bad. So, my high scores are looking pretty good. I'm pretty content with them. And I have come to realize whether you finish 75th or 74th, it really doesn't matter in the grand scheme of life. It's just more about accomplishments and feelings. And, really it's just kind of personal accomplishment, whatever you want to do. So that's kind of where I stand with my 200 mil. So I have gotten that, which is really good. It's really good to get that one out of the way. It's a huge buyable. So as you can tell, I'm running agility right now. I'm not going for 200 mil agility currently. I've really just been skill hopping. I've been doing a lot of redwoods. I've been AFKing those. I have 71.82 mil XP doing redwoods. I also did a bit of rune crafting the other day, which is actually went up by around 100 to 200k XP. So I've been dabbling in blood runes. I might try to go for a white blood rune stack. It's just kind of once again a personal achievement. I think it would take me roughly about 100 hours to do that. So that wouldn't be bad. It's like 2 or 3 mil rune crafting XP. Plus, the value of the blood runes are pretty significant right now. They're, I think, a bit over 400 GP right now. They're 411 last time we checked on stream. So I also recently hit 31 mil fishing, as you guys can see here. I've actually hit 30 mil. I don't think I've given you guys an update on that. And more importantly, the biggest thing, actually I hit 30 mil fletching today too, but more importantly, the thing that I've gotten back into is actually my farming. So last time I probably made a video, or at least an update on my level 3, my farming was very stagnant. I just kind of kept it at, I think we were around 20, I think we were around like 50 something mil potentially. I don't actually remember. I've been very, very, very consistent recently. Pretty much farming every day. I think I missed maybe 4 or 5 farm runs in the past, I would say maybe 3 to 4 months. And those were things I either wasn't home, I totally forgot, or I woke up and didn't have time before work to actually go and do my farm run. So one of my biggest goals on the account right now was the next topic I want to actually go into, and that is actually buying 200 mil farming. So currently, I don't know exactly how much XP we have, but I think we need roughly 800 mil more to buy for 200 mil farming. Not XP wise, I'm saying GP. So if I can save up 800 million GP, we'll actually be able to buy 200 mil farming. And I'm not going to say how much I have, but I think it's well within our sights, and I'm really excited about that. So I kind of want to make a video about that. I think it'll be really cool to see my bank. Once I actually do buy 200 mil farming, I would like to take you guys kind of through a bank video. I mean, there's really not too much to see, but surprisingly enough, when I go on stream, a lot of people ask me what my bank looks like, and it's very minimalistic. I don't really have a lot of GP in there. I invest in my skills, as you guys can see, right? So we've managed to get 1.2 billion XP without any combat stats. So I invest in items. I invest in my skills. When I say items, I mean supplies for skilling, right? I bought 200 mil herblore outright. I'm trying to buy 200 mil farming. And the big reason behind that is I just don't want to have to worry about farming, right? If there is a week where I don't want to play RuneScape and I'm like, wow, I'm just not really feeling it. Farming costs roughly 3 to 4 million GP a day if you do it effectively, right? With dragon fruit trees, with magic trees, as well as all your calquats, mahoganies, redwoods, etc. So 3 to 4 mil a day, if you do that for a week straight, that's around 30 million GP. 28 to 30 million GP is a lot of money. And if I'm not playing the game and making any of that back, well, I'm kind of shit out of luck for the next week. So the idea is if I just want to take a break for a week, I can at least log on for 10 to 20 minutes a day and do my farm runs. Even though I'm losing GP, I've already purchased 200 mil farming. I don't have to worry about it. So that's kind of the idea behind buying 200 mil farming outright. Understandably, not a lot of people can do that, and not a lot of people will be able to do that, but it's something that really, really, really interests me. So that's kind of my future plans in terms of my account. I will keep you guys updated. A lot of you guys do watch my streams, and these are topics that we talk about constantly. I kind of get a lot of feedback from you guys in terms of what I should go for. Right now, I'm a bit at a loss only because I just did a bank standing skill. Cooking has not been really nice to me. Not that I don't really want to do it. I just don't really enjoy it, and I kind of want to mix up. So maybe I'll go for something like 30 mil agility or 50 mil agility, and then we'll end up going back to cooking. Or I can just suck it up and just kind of keep going, and we'll just get our 200 mil cooking out of the way and move on from there. So only time will tell. I'll keep you guys updated, whether that be on stream or through YouTube, and we'll just go from there. So next thing I wanted to talk about was my future plans and YouTube. So future plans, you guys obviously just heard in terms of my account, and what I would like to do with YouTube, as I previously mentioned earlier in the video, is I am really looking to dive into some sort of series, to spice it up a bit, to try new things. And, you know, I don't know if I'm going to have the time for that. I have really, really, really good intentions, and I also have a couple good ideas. So like I said, if you guys have any ideas, I'm totally open for that. I really want to hear what your ideas are. I have some ideas myself that I might try to execute. We'll see how the videos go. But RuneScape YouTube is just really an interesting place. I actually was a part of YouTube communities and a couple other sections, and there's nothing like RuneScape YouTube. I actually had 15,000 subscribers at one point in my life, and I was probably getting 600 views a video. Somebody with 100 RuneScape subscribers gets 1,000 views per video. It's really interesting, and the community is extremely supportive. So it's just a really, really, really cool environment to be in. And after you actually upload a YouTube video, it's just really satisfying to see the views go up and just see the support that you get. So hopefully this video gets some good support. Hopefully you guys like this type of series. Hopefully you guys like the rambling. I know some people do kind of just provide account updates. You know, a lot of RuneScape, some of these are 200, 300, 1,000 hours to make a 10-minute video. The hour ratio to how long it takes in the game to the minute ratio it takes to produce a YouTube video is quite wild when it comes to RuneScape. It's a very unique game. It's definitely a very unique game in that regard. So some other videos, for instance, like Fortnite or, you know, we'll say League of Legends, you just go play one game. If you have a good game, boom, there's your gameplay. It's on to the next one, you know. League of Legends and Fortnite, you guys can get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different types of videos out a day. You know, you go, you know, you get 20 kills in a Fortnite game, boom, there's an upload. And you know what? Maybe that lasted 15 minutes. So RuneScape is just a wild section in terms of there's a lot of effort that goes into the back end of these videos, and I'm just glad that the community really does appreciate them. So that is going to do it for the ramble today, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this. Once again, this is going to be episode 1. My ramblings will kind of consist of anything that you guys want to hear me talk about, anything that I want to talk about and bring forth to you guys. Most of the stuff that I've kind of mentioned in here will kind of just continue on to be the same. I will provide any updates for you guys that I have. I mean, there's not really too much for me to talk about, but maybe if there's polling questions or something that Jagex came out with, I can probably give my opinion or perspective on those. A lot of stuff that comes out in this game does not actually affect level 3s at all, which is kind of really interesting. So I tend to avoid any of the announcements or the polls that Jagex comes out with. It's probably not the best, you know, it's probably not the best path forward. I should be kind of advocating for that as somebody in the community, but it doesn't really affect me 99.9% of the time. There's obviously things that do, like Zaya rune crafting, for instance, is wonderful for level 3s. So, but yeah, most of the stuff doesn't affect me, but I would love to give my opinion on it if that's something you guys are interested in. But other than that, guys, I'll just keep you updated on all the progress on my account for that week. I've been working from home, so I've been doing a lot of redwood, so that XP will go up. I'm currently trying to buy at least the arrow shafts for 200 mil fletching, so I can provide updates on that. And then, you know, I'm totally into even starting a new account, maybe some sort of region locked Iron Man, or maybe some sort of snowflake Iron Man besides level 3. I'm really into that. I'd really love to have a series that can show progression and get ahead of that and actually upload videos for you guys. So another thing I want to think about as well, but I guess we'll see what the future holds. So thank you guys for watching so much. If you guys have made it to this point in the video, thank you so much. I do appreciate it. If you guys do want to drop a like, I would greatly appreciate that as well. And if you have any suggestions for content or videos you would like to see, please make sure you do leave them below. And until next time, guys, this has been Russo, and I'll see you later.